네, 오늘 꽃다방 김마당 크리스 노먼 씨 모시겠습니다. 어서 오세요.
Hello, Mr. Norman, Chris.
Hello, everybody. How are you? It's nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
네, 감사합니다.
네, 초대해 주셔서 감사하다고요. 반갑다고 말씀하셨네요.
네, 목소리만 들어도 벌써 아시겠죠? 수빈 씨입니다.
예, 안녕하세요. 김수빈입니다.
수빈 씨는 크리스 노먼 씨 노래야 워낙 많이 들었겠지만 혹시 본 적 있으세요?
실제로 뵌 적은 이번이 처음이죠. 방금 전에 처음 뵀죠.
우리나라에서 이제 처음으로 이제 공연을 하신다고.
네, so it's the first time for you to perform in Korea, right?
It's the first time I've ever been anywhere near before. Yes, the first time I've been in Korea. But I'm not performing now. I'm performing in October. That's when the concerts start. So I'm just here at the moment to do some promotion and let people know that I'm on my way, you know.
네.
I mean, it's the first time you come over to the part of this world. To come to Korea, near Korea, right? As you just said.
Yeah.
But he just wanted to inform you that you are very hot. You're very famous here in Korea.
Thank you very much. That's very nice. It's very hot here, actually.
He gets your humorous sense.
오.
Well, it's good. Not many people do, really.
So as he's doing the host here, and he hasn't met a lot of people who is older than he is, and you are one of the big brother, as he said.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's nice of you to say. Thank you.
I
feel so good now.
he sensed you, and you just rolled your eyes around. You said, thank you very much."
Yeah. And so, how old are you then? If I'm so old,
I'm young. He said, I mean,
그래도 60는 넘었죠.
of course he's over 60 years old. He
oh,
said.
I'm much younger than that.
나 그거
Much younger. I'm only 35. I'm just a boy.
35. You said.
I've been 35 now for 30 years.
He's been saying that since 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
네.
Keep it quiet. Don't let anybody know.
Yeah. And if we move on to the next subject, you have so many shows in October, like the 4th, the 5th, and the 7th, 8th, 9th. I mean, yeah, that's very tense.
Well, yeah, it's 5 shows, which is great, you know, because first time I've been to Korea, and I'm glad that we're doing 5 shows because it gives me a chance to play, you know, quite a few times. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think so long as we get here, as long as I get here early enough to get over jet lag and everything, then once we get back to normal body, you know, physically, then 5 shows is fine. It's no problem.
Yeah. So you were 25 years old when when Living Next Door to Alice came out, right?
Yeah.
But it's only like 10 years ago.
That's right.
How are you doing with Alice?
She's fine. She's fine. Yeah, I keep her in a box at home.
In the LP?
In the LP box. Yeah.
In the LP box. So as you've been doing music throughout your life, I mean, you must have your own thoughts and your sentiments about your music. And since it's your first time doing the show in Korea, what do you want to show our audience? What would you say? Who is Chris Norman? How would you express yourself?
Well, you know, when I do these shows, I generally sort of do a mixture of my career. So I do a lot of Smokey tunes. I'll probably do about 7 or 8 Smokey songs. I do a few Chris Norman songs, including things like "Stumbling In," which was "Midnight Lady." A few different ones like that. I do acoustic bits. I do all kinds, but it's a pretty rocky show. It's not. Some people think Smokey, you know, because it's like. I think it's all like Sally called and she got the word. She said, I suppose you've heard about Alice. Well, I rushed to the window, I looked outside, I could hardly believe my eyes. Big limousine roll up into Alice's drive. Oh, I don't know where she's leaving, where she's gonna go. Guess she's got her reasons, but I just don't know. 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. How many? 24 years waiting for a chance. So there's also, there's that sort of that kind of stuff. But we're also pretty rocky, we do like rocky stuff as well, and it's a mixture.
Susie Quattro. Is Susie Quattro coming together?
She's not coming with me now. No, she's not coming with me.
So how many members are coming in? How many? Yeah.
Six. There's six in the band. Guitar player, bass player, drummer, keyboard player, another girl singer, and a guitar player, and me, of course, guitar player, singer. And so there's those, and then I've got a big road crew, lighting guy, front of house guy, monitor guy, backline roadies, So there's I guess there's about 12 of us coming all together. It's the normal. It's what we do. It's what we do wherever we play, whichever country we play in. That's the normal,
So usually we have this way of differentiating the generation. We'd say 70s and 60s music, or 80s and 90s music. So that's how we talk about the musical generation. So is it like that in the UK too? Do you guys have that?
Yeah, a bit like that. But I mean, it doesn't mean to say that you can only do from one era, When I started in the 60s, I became successful in the 70s, and then I continued into the 80s, and then I still continue now. I make a new album every couple of years, so I always have new material. I don't like to do just old material. It has to be new too. I get bored. If I just go on and play like old songs, and there's no point in it, For me, I might as well stop. I have to make new records, which I do, and so for me to continue to go forward, I always have to have new material.
So yeah, and he said that of course you're definitely right, and musicians, including him and you, they should continue on to make their own music, and you don't want to be remembered as the guy who wrote the old song like that.
No.
So he was just asking, what was your latest album like? What kind of music was in your latest album? And when
what was my last album called? Crossover. It was called Crossover, and. It's different. There's different things on it. There's a song goes, I'm in love, and it's a bit rocky. Honey, but it's true. No reverb, please. I never thought I'd ever fall for an alien like you. I've got stuff like that. I've got some raven hair and open eyes. Have you ever seen my gypsy queen? She's an angel in disguise, the sweetest girl I've ever seen. And as the cold wind blows in the dead of night, and she looks at me and I hear her sigh, where do you go, my gypsy queen? There's different songs, it's different. It's different styles,
I mean, as much as he loves your old music, I mean, the music that you did before, but these music is just fantastic as well.
Great. Well, I'm just working on new songs now. I got one go.
이런 거 새로운 것도 또 하고 있어요.
If you gone, I wouldn't cry for you. I've got loads of new songs and stuff. I can't remember how that one goes now. So yeah. Lots of stuff. Do you know Don't Play Rock and Roll to Me? Is that a hit?
I know.
Don't Play Rock and Roll to
그
Me?
노래 아시죠? Yeah, he knows that.
Yeah, I just wondered because I don't know whether to do it on the stage or not. It goes... Don't play your rock and roll to me. That ain't the way it's meant to be. I ain't so blind that I can see. Just let it lie and let it be. So don't play your rock and roll. Don't play your rock and roll. No, don't play your rock and roll to me. Do you know that one?
Great.
Yeah, we just heard your song, your music, and why do you keep on saying "Don't play your rock and roll to me"?
It's an expression. It's kind of this guy. He's saying to her, "Don't keep giving me your lies and your stories," and he's using the word rock and roll to mean don't keep fooling me. Don't keep messing me around. That's what it means.
To a lady or
to a girl. Yeah, yeah. It's using what's the word? Analogies of music to describe his relationship. You know, you think I'm crazy. He says to keep kind of, well, your rock and roll is sounding out of time to me. He's saying stuff. He's using analogies with rock and roll. You're just about as burnt out as a worn-out 45. A 45 is an old-fashioned single you used to play. 45 they call a single record because it went round at 45 RPM. So he says it's just about as burnt out. Your voice is, your things that you're saying to me. I'm sick of hearing it. So stop. Don't play your rock and roll to me. I've heard it before.
Do you know the music parole, parole? Parole, parole? Sorry?
Parole, parole.
Parole 아랑들롱.
Alain Delon.
Yeah, Alain Delon.
Alain Delon. Yeah.
So his music was kind of like, hey, don't give me that,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Safe song.
Don't give me that whole.
Yeah.
There was a guy in France called Johnny Hallyday, and he actually made a French version of "Don't Play Rock and Roll to Me."
I mean, you have so many musics out there. So, like, what other country has translated your music into, new stuff like that?
Oh God. Well, a lot. I mean, Living Next Door to Alice alone, that song alone has been recorded in German and French and Australia. They had a version called Living Next Door to Alan.
So did a female singer sing it?
No, guy. It was like this guy. He did it like a joke thing. It was like he was drunk, drinking beer all the time. And he says, "Oh, drinking next door to Alan." It's like, all right, Struth Cobber, how you do it. Australians are like... But, people record songs like that. In Russia. Everywhere. Mexican Girl was recorded by...
Mexican girl?
Yeah, everybody. Everybody recorded Mexican Girl. There was even a accordion. What do you call it? An accordion. It was like, the song, Mexican Girl.
Yeah.
Mexican Girl, don't leave me alone. My voice. And I need you, believe me, to be here, love me tonight. That's my jet lag voice singing that one there. But the thing is, when it happens, when people record songs, your songs, it's a real great thrill, because you hear other people doing their versions of your songs, and you, as soon as you hear it, you think money.
Yeah, in Korea. The Alice, Living Next Door to Alice, was also translated into Korean, and it was newly interpreted by a band named Oxen 80, and the title was "The Night That You Left."
Here we are.
Yeah. This band should have come here and said, "Hi, we made your music," and pay homage.
Yeah, but it's nice. It's great. It's. I think it always helps. I mean, in Germany, we had Alice was number. We when we were in Germany and the record was at number 1 in Germany for like 6 weeks. There was also a German artist had the same song in the charts in the top 10 as well. So it was. Yeah, it's great. It just means that more and more people hear it,
Now the Oxen 80s, the Korean version is coming back now. It's going to be coming back, yeah.
Come back, big hit, and we can start again.
Yeah, so you're still making music, and your music lately, it's not as known as the songs that you've been doing before, or how's it doing right now?
It depends on the country, If it doesn't get released in a country, for instance, then people don't know it. I mean, my new album, last few albums didn't get released, for instance, in Korea. So nobody here knows about those. But we got a new album coming out when we do the tour now. It's a special tour album, and it's a double album. So on one side on one CD is like all Smokey hits and some Chris Norman hits after Smokey, and on the other side it's like a compilation of my last 2 albums. So you get like a good. It's like a. It's
The whole
like
package.
It's like a refresher course, you
Right.
know. So that people can hear the old stuff and the new stuff in a double CD. So
Right.
it's going to be available for sale in September. And that means that if people go out and buy it, they can hear it. And then when they come to the concert, they know everything. Really.
Right. So can we have a listen do you have any recommendations of the new stuff from your new album?
Let me think, what could I play you? Trouble is, at the moment, I'm kind of... We'll play, what would you like? Nobody's Fool is a quiet one?
좀 조용한 거 Nobody's Fools?
Yeah, that's a quiet one. That's a nice
요거
one.
괜찮을 것 같아요.
It's called the Hits, I think. Is it called Chris Norman the Hits? This tour album, special tour edition. Chris Norman the Hits special tour edition. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Norman the Hits special tour edition coming your way right now.
So just by
너무
hearing
어울리는 것
your
같아요.
voice is so suitable to do a DJ. Have you done any DJing?
Live on stage, Chris Norman the Hits.
Have you done any radio stuff or?
Oh, a little bit. Not long time ago.
Okay, we're gonna have a listen. The title. Can you tell us what the title is one more time?
This is Chris Norman the Hits special tour edition coming your way right now.
And the title of the song?
Oh, I've forgotten. I'm a good DJ, aren't I? This is a song called Nobody's Fool.
이 노래
Nobody's Fool.
Nobody's Fool. 네.
예, 들어보시죠.
She was a good friend of mine. She fell in love with a stranger. But he That was Nobody's Fool from Chris Norman, who's currently coming to tour in Korea in October. So look out for him. He's going to be great.
And what's the song about? What was the song about?
This song's about it's about a guy who's talking to this. It's a story. It's a story about this girl he knew, who's like an angel. She's like really sweet girl, but at the same time, she's nobody's fool. In other words, she doesn't take no. What's a good word for shit? No nonsense. She doesn't take no nonsense from anybody. So it's the story about she meets this guy and he treats her bad, and so she has enough one day, and he's saying she had the heart of an angel, woo-oo, but she was nobody's fool. In other words, this guy, she doesn't let him get. He treats her bad, but in the end, she gets her own back on him, and we don't know what she does to him, but she does something very nasty to him. So, but it's a great show. It's a great song to do live, because my guitar player is an amazing guitar player, and he really sort of goes to the front and he just plays, and people go. Ah.
So in the CD, in the track, you didn't play the guitar.
This guitar on the record, some of it, but most of it was Jeff. Jeff Carline was I play guitar on it, but all that sort of fiddly bit, that's Jeff. He's just one of the world's best guitar players, really, Jeff Carline. And so if you're in the studio, you know, and you've got this great guitar player sitting there, you go, okay, you do it, you know.
I mean, just listening to the music, and he heard the guitar, and he said, "Oh, the guitar is just so delicious." He thought.
Yeah, he's a delicious guitar player. He's a delicious man. He's a very nice guy.
Does he come together with you?
He's on the tour. He's not here now, but he's on the tour with me. Of course, when I come in October, he'll be on the tour. And we kind of take it in turns. There's certain guitar things that I usually play, and there's certain guitar things that he's like his style is kind of bluesy, a bit like Eric Clapton or something. He's that kind of a player, and my style is more like Joe Bloggs or something. You know, it's my style is like my style is kind of sort of Beatley 60s kind of. I play all those kind of things and folky things, and Jeff is kind of like Eric Clapton. So we take turns. He plays that kind of stuff. I play this kind of stuff.
To have you in the studio, he felt that you're a man of humor and you're very delightful to talk with, and still you have the spirit of creativity. I mean, you keep going on and you have your stuff going on, and that's what he thought about you today.
That's great. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure for me to come in here and to share this moment of music and this little bit of magic that we just did together. So thank you very much.
아침 또 뵙겠습니다. 네, 크리스 노먼 씨는 10월 공연에 뵙도록 하겠습니다.
And we will see you in October.
See you in October. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everybody.